Don't ask me to talk.
From the sublime to the ridiculous.
Join me, Stacey Heller,
And me, Eric Ryder.
as we talk about what's good to watch, read, see, listen to, and more.
An edutaining 1-hour break in your day that includes the segment, What Are We Eating? Sponsored by Dingfelder's Delicatessen.
Stick with us for something good. Hello there. Welcome to Don't Ask Me to Talk here on Kixie. I am Stacey Heller, and I am joined by my co-host, Eric.
Yes, good afternoon and hello.
Wow, I love that.
I'm trying to have a little energy because I feel like I'm still tired from Thanksgiving. Like the tryptophan has not, it's worn off yet. I'm a little sleepy today, so I'm trying to jazz it up to,
Go.
get that jolt of juice here so that I'm not too boring during the show.
You're never boring during the show.
Well, I appreciate that, but
Well, I mean, the good news is this show is not about being too serious or on the nose with news or anything like that. This is just conversation. It's fun.
It's about having fun, yeah.
Exactly. So the good news is you don't have to do a lot of heavy lifting here. So
thank goodness.
Right, exactly. Thanks to those that listen, whether it be live or later via podcast. You can find Don't Ask Me to Talk and my other show, Stacey Connects, wherever you listen to podcasts. Make sure that you share it, subscribe, rate, maybe even leave a comment. We love comments. You can also follow Stacey Talks on Instagram, and if you forget about an episode or you want to explore past episodes, you can do that, whether it's on your podcast platform or on Stacey Connects, or rather Stacey Talks. If you want to connect with us, you can do that. That's right, folks. You can call or leave a voicemail or even text 475-999-2726.
Or 475-999-BRAN. After all that stuffing, it's time for some fiber. So dial 475-999-BRAN.
There you go. You got to keep it coming, so to speak. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was great. Yeah, it was very nice, very chill, small group. Me, the girlfriend, my dad, and Gertie, the dog, and Isis, the cat. And everybody had plenty of turkey, so everybody was happy.
I was a little bummed. So on the other end of the spectrum, I traveled and spent Thanksgiving with, I think there was 15 of us. And because there were so many, there was not leftover turkey for sandwiches.
Aww.
Or at least I didn't get to take advantage of it. There may have been, but the next day we had gone into Rhode Island. Not Rhode Island. We were in Rhode Island. We had gone into Providence to drop off a couple of the kids to make flights and that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So we missed the leftover turkey sandwiches.
You should have let me know. I would have brought you some turkey. I still have 6-7 pounds left.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Holy cow. We'll talk offline. Maybe I'll come back and get some. My nephew did a lot of the heavy lifting with Thanksgiving. And I'll tell you what, he is an awesome chef. He braised part of the turkey. And so you would go to lift up the leg or the wing, and the meat would just fall off the bone. It was delicious.
Well, that sounds great.
Oh, it was so, so good.
And convenient.
Very convenient.
If there's one thing I hate about turkey, it's trying to do the slicing, for distributing turkey to everybody.
Carving.
The carving. That's the word I'm trying to think of. Thank you. But
the distribution.
Trying to carve the turkey. I hate that. And I always feel that pressure of people looking at me as I'm trying to slice off
it's some weird ritual.
Yeah.
I think back on Family Vacation or the holiday Christmas Vacation with Chevy Chase, and it's he's carving the turkey as if it's some big ritual. And my nephew solved that by, essentially he butterflied the turkey so all the parts were separate, and instead of having carved turkey. It was like chunks of turkey. I don't know. It was really good. It was very different in a good way. So anyway, hopefully everyone had a great holiday. And speaking of holiday, now are you ready to hear about some of the ridiculous high holidays?
Absolutely. As if we don't have enough regular holidays during this season here. Let's cram in some extra nonsense holidays.
Yeah. Well, and, I always try to pick like a little that are legit and maybe they, again, edutain people.
Sure.
So there's a little bit of the educating, and then there's a little bit of the tainment. So on the edu side, today is actually World AIDS Day. Now,
so not nonsense. That's important that we've recognized that this is still a disease that we're still trying to cure, and it's still a scourge for many, many people in the world. So,
yes.
An important thing. I wouldn't necessarily describe it as a holiday. Maybe a day of awareness.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is, this website where I find things like that's what this is about. It's about awareness. Now, one thing that I thought was a really interesting take on this is it also is Day Without Art, or maybe it's Day Without Art Day, which is redundant. And this is interesting.
A bunch of, let me guess, a bunch of Arthurs got together and said, people just take advantage of us. They don't appreciate us. What would the world be without arts? And so they came up with Day Without Art Day. And then art just stays home that day. And we got to find some way to deal. It's just
so close.
Am I close?
So close. And yet so not close at all. No.
I like my alternate reality version.
I kind of like it. It's like I have this vision of like all the arts being like, you're not invited to my birthday party, and like taking their marbles and going home.
Well, Art just better hope that his birthday is not on World Without Art Day.
Right?
Yeah, because that would be a real bummer for him.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that. Well, no. So what that actually means is, as in conjunction with, or parallel to World AIDS Day, it's apparently a day it's acknowledging that besides AIDS being something that goes on in, Africa and lots of like third world countries and all over the world, it's also something that, plagued the LGBTQ community, especially during the 80s and whatever. Well, so it's an interesting thing about how the AIDS epidemic impacted a demographic,
the artistic community, for sure.
Yep, yeah. That is really artistic, and how many artists we have lost over the years to AIDS. And I thought that was a really interesting take.
Yeah, I mean, it's also a good idea to consider, how art improves the world that we live in. There's a lot of naysayers that think, we shouldn't spend money on art, that's superfluous or whatever.
Wow, that's a good word.
But, art improves people's lives.
Absolutely.
It makes you think, it can bring joy. It can, touch your heart. So, yeah, I think it recognizes the importance of art and Arthurs is a good thing, for sure.
I mean, Art Garfunkel. What would we have done without Art Garfunkel?
Right. I mean, those songs would have had slightly less harmony.
Totally. So, all right. So that is one of the that's the edu side. On the attainment side, there are a couple of good things. Today it's National Cookie Cutter Day and National Peppermint Bark Day. So Cookie Cutter Day, I thought this was interesting because it's like, I could see it being like cut out cookie day or sugar cookie day or butter cookie day or whatever. Uh-huh. But the fact that there is a cookie cutter day.
Now I'm going to assume that this is actually about the baking implement and not about let's all conform today.
That's a really good question. I see, this is what happens when you assume. I'm looking it up right now.
Because there is that,
it is
that
baking,
term.
Yes, totally. Nope, It is in fact about the cookie cutters. It celebrates the art of fun-shaped cookies with great fervor. So I had to pick this one because I used to have a cookie business, and that cookie business meant I focused primarily on butter cookies, sugar cookies, cutout cookies, whatever you want to call them. And they, that resulted in about 1,000 cookie cutters. I had a collection. And there is a cookie cutter for like everything out there. It is fascinating to me. Nativity scene, got it. Something that's a little R-rated, got it. Circles, triangles, flowers, hot air balloons, motorcycles, you name it, there is a cookie cutter out there. So apparently, cookie cutters are the thing that are so not cookie cutter. There are so many different ones that you can have. So that one I kind of had to do. And then peppermint bark. What are your thoughts on peppermint bark?
I like it.
I do too. It's really good.
As much as I love chocolate, as soon as you add like a second ingredient, I mean, unless it's like beef, but if it's like fruits or peppermint or any of those other like candy things, for me, that's like such a winning combination that I just love it. And I think it makes I wouldn't be eating regular just peppermint candies. And, it's better than just chocolate. So it's
so
like
true.
one of those things that's, two great things that make something better together, like chocolate and peanut butter.
Totally. My friend
Although
Jen,
I would eat both of those things individually.
Well, yes, that is. Yeah, I'm with you. My friend Jen Frischkorn makes amazing peppermint bark. She has like one of the little molds, and she does little Christmas trees and things. And she's totally nailed the ratio of dark chocolate with peppermint with like the white chocolate or coating or whatever, and it is delish. So, hey, Jen, kind of need some holiday peppermint bark when you get a chance. Exactly. And then happy birthday to Bette Midler.
All right.
I mean, beaches. People cry. I don't think I've ever seen the movie.
I haven't seen it either.
I don't know. I feel like I don't need to have a cry fest. But
a phenomenal singer and a phenomenal actress and huge career.
Huge career. And I think she was the final guest that Johnny Carson had on his show.
She sang The Wind Beneath My Wings.
Is that the song that she sang?
Yeah.
Look at that. See? So, hey, Bette Midler, a total icon. You're right. So, all right. Well, any regrets from last show? I have no regrets. I got to have a conversation with your mom. I mean, I have to say, she seemed super sweet. Maybe it's because she was talking about coconut pie.
There you go.
But, either way.
Sweet topic equals sweet mom.
Right? I mean, all moms are sweet when they're talking about sweets.
Right. No regrets for me. That was a good conversation. My regret is I didn't come more prepared with 5-ingredient recipes. But to be fair to me, it's not like a topic that I've thought about in my lifetime up until the magic wheel selected it. You know, I don't think of like a 5-ingredient cutoff for a recipe being a thing, but clearly it's something that people think about because it's quick and easy. So,
totally.
Yeah, I'm glad you came prepared.
I totally did.
Yeah.
And I have up on the Stacy Talks Instagram page under recipes, I have the recipe for your mom's coconut pie. I have my Jones chicken dishes and a couple other recipes that we talked about. So if you're looking for those recipes, or if you're like, what the heck are you talking about? Again, go back and listen to the episode from last week, and you'll know what we're talking about. So in the meantime, let's take a quick break, and then we're going to talk about 2 Lies and a Truth. We'll see what the wheel has gotten us into this time.
Sounds good. Stay tuned. Also coming up, we talk to Vance, of course, our good buddy from Dingfelder's Deli. Stay tuned.
Whether it's fly fishing or French pastry, we all have something that makes our tail wag. Involuntary and instinctive, it's sparked by excitement, inspired by purpose, and it speaks to who we are. I'm Stacey Heller of Stacey Connects. I lead clients to the place that makes their tail wag. As a creative director, I bring ideas to life. As a podcast producer, I give ideas a voice. Stacey Connects. It's my superpower. If you want to connect with me, Stacey Heller, go to staceyconnects.com. Don't ask me to talk. Welcome back to Don't Ask Me to Talk. So I am Stacey Heller.
And I'm Eric Ryder.
And
both of those statements were true.
Well, actually, I should have used that as my one of my truths or my lies, because I'm technically not Stacey Heller.
What?
Yes.
You're blowing my mind like 20 seconds into this.
Yeah. So, funny story.
And by the way, for people that didn't catch the first portion of the show, our topic today is 2 truths and a lie.
Yeah. So, funny thing about being naive and getting married at 22, just 22, I assumed that when we went to get our marriage license and we did all of the paperwork associated with getting married, that just automatically my name would change to Stacey Emmerich, which is my maiden name, Heller. And so forevermore, after I said I do, I filled out all paperwork as a new young bride as Stacey Emmerich Heller. My driver's license when I moved to Connecticut, my passport, everything. Stacey Emmerich Heller. That's who I am now. Turns out it doesn't work like that. You actually have to change your name. And so...
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So you have to legally go and change your name with like Social Security and what have you. And so the only persons that really cares, of course, is the IRS.
Right.
And so you have to put in like aliases. But otherwise, all of my official paperwork has me as Stacey Emmerich Heller, when in fact, according to the IRS, who is above all other entities,
yeah,
I am actually still Stacey Therese Emmerich.
All right. Well, You learn something new every day.
Don't
but
you?
For all intents and purposes, you are Stacey Heller.
So I decided that this would be sort of a fun game. You and I both like games.
Sure.
So this is kind of modeled if people out there listen or watch late night, what is it called? The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. He does a thing where he has a guest on the show and they have 2 envelopes. They have to pick which one they want the person to read. And then you basically you read the statement and then the other people sort of interrogate them, if you will, and determine like
it's a good get to know you kind of thing. I think.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like the statements are fun facts basically about the person, and one of those items would not be a true fun fact. So a fun lie, maybe, I guess.
Exactly. And so even if the statement that you read is a lie, you're trying to mess the person up so that they have to guess.
You're trying to convince them that it is a fun fact and not a fun lie.
Exactly. So, okay. So do you want to pick one? You pick. So what we did is we wrote down our 2 truths and a lie and numbered them 1, 2, 3. And so Eric's going to pick a number and I will read what it is. And then you will have, I don't know how long, to interrogate me. And we will determine, or you'll make your decision and I'll let you know if you're right or wrong.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So 1, 2, or 3?
Let's go with 2.
Okay. So. Oh, okay. I went to senior prom with a relative of the OG Superman, Christopher Reeve.
So I need to ask questions about this, or do I guess right off the bat?
Well, I mean, you can, but it's not as much fun if you just guess right off the bat.
Okay.
You can ask some questions.
All right. Well, so senior prom.
Yep.
This would have been 1942.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
1988.
1988.
Wow. Rude. So rude.
I'm just joking around here.
Yeah.
We have fun. This is a game.
It's a game. So, yeah, 88.
88. Okay. All right. So I'm picturing it. And
are you picturing my watered silk dress that I wore?
What color was the dress?
It was like floral print, kind of pink and green.
All right. And I seem to remember in the 80s, ladies' dresses, at least for like proms and stuff, had like the puffy shoulder sleeves. Did yours have puffy shoulders?
Yes, except the dress that I wore for senior prom was more of a middle-aged woman cocktail dress than a like senior prom type dress.
Okay.
Much to my regret.
That sounds kind of cool.
I mean, it was. And, and he wore, let's see, we went as friends. And so because I had said, don't worry about getting a corsage or anything, I didn't get him a boutonniere. When his sister found out that he was taking me and didn't get a corsage, she yelled at him. So he picked something up. And so he came over to my house for dinner beforehand. And so I took a daisy that was on the table and I stuck that as a boutonniere for him. And he wore shoes that looked like spats.
All right.
It was quite a look.
Cute.
Yeah.
On the corsage thing, I was so nervous about pinning that corsage onto my dates that junior high, I got a wrist corsage. And then senior prom, I was like, oh, I got to do the pin on one because otherwise, yeah. And I was like, I almost passed out because trying to pin this thing on because I was so scared of stabbing this girl who I liked a lot with the corsage pin. But thankfully, I did not. So
it's a stressful thing, but also the placement. Like, it's like,
right. Well, that was the other thing.
Right?
It's just going to turn into an accidental assault.
Right.
Let's hope not.
In front of the parents with the camera, so there's evidence.
Right.
Yeah, it's just a horrible tradition.
It is.
So, any other questions?
And you can't go, can you just pin this on yourself,
I know.
please?
Well, I mean.
What was the gentleman's name?
Well, his given name is Cornelius. He went by Neil.
All right. What was Neil's last name?
Reeves.
Okay. Well, you said that like
Reeves.
It's obvious, but that wouldn't necessarily be obvious.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay, so Neil Reeves and you, 1988, going to your senior prom. And did you get a limo or
Nope.
did he drive or did you drive?
He drove.
Okay. And what kind of car was it?
I have no idea.
All right. Okay. Did Neil? Did he wear a tuxedo or
Nope.
wore a suit or?
He didn't even wear really a suit. He wore like slacks and a dress shirt, tie, and if I recall correctly, it was like some kind of a tweedy type jacket.
Wow, Neil.
Right? I mean,
that's slacking.
He was very handsome.
Well, very good. All right. Well, I'm just going to guess that it was true.
You are correct, sir.
Yes.
And after prom, we went to the bird sanctuary where I got drunk for the first time, and he had to stop the car so I could get sick.
And then fly you home.
And then fly me home on his cape. There you go. All right. Your turn. All right. Let's see. 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. Well, I'm going to go with 3.
All right. Number 3. I once interviewed the actor, writer, and director John Sayles.
Ooh. When was this?
This was 1997.
And why?
No, I'm sorry. 1998.
Wow, that year, that made all the difference. Why were you interviewing him?
He was making a movie, and in the area I was, and we thought it would be cool to talk to him. I was a fan of his movies, and so I asked one of my colleagues to see if he would come on the radio show that I was hosting, and he did. And we talked to him for like an hour.
Were you a grown-up then?
Yeah, I was a grown-up. Yeah.
Wow. So it wasn't like college.
No, this was early in my radio career.
Okay. What movie was he making?
He was making the movie Limbo.
Interesting. I don't know that one.
It's a good movie. Very good.
Okay. What movies had he made already?
He made a ton of movies. 8 Men Out, for instance, The Secret of Roan Inish, The Brother from Another Planet, City of Hope, Passion Fish, The Return of the Sea Caucus 7, just to name a few.
And since you're such a big fan, what did you talk about?
We talked about his movies, of course. We talked about his thoughts on the current, at the time, movies that were coming out. Like I asked him about Godzilla, for instance, that had just they had just announced that it was being remade, or that it was just coming out, a remake of Godzilla at the time. But we talked about his career. We talked about the challenges of filming in a place with inclement weather. Yeah, lots of stuff, general movie stuff.
All right. What was he wearing?
Oh, man, that's a good question. I believe he was wearing like a white tank top and probably some cargo shorts.
So what time of year was this?
This was summer.
Okay. All right, I'm going to guess.
Go ahead.
I'm going to guess it's a lie.
It was true.
Oh.
Talked to him for about an hour on my show up in Juneau, Alaska, where they filmed Limbo. And
I should have looked up while you were talking where Limbo was. Like, I didn't think to check.
And it was a great honor because, I was a big fan of his movies, and he was a really nice guy. And later that week, I got invited to the governor's mansion where they were holding a dinner in his honor, and got to see him again there.
Wow.
And he remembered me, which was nice.
That's super nice. And was he wearing a tank top and cargo shorts to that, too?
I think he had cobbled together some slacks and a nice shirt.
There you go.
Yeah. But I believe the tank top and cargo shorts were like his uniform at the time.
Sure. Makes sense. All right. That was good. Okay. So you are now left with 1 or 3.
Yeah, let's go with 1.
All right. So I broke my arm doing a cartwheel.
Okay. What year did you break your arm?
1977.
Okay, so you were maybe about 11 or 10?
That's first grade.
First grade. Okay. Clearly, I failed math.
Yeah,
because you just told me you went to senior prom in '88. So sorry.
Yeah. All good.
But okay, first grade.
Yep.
And you broke your arm doing a cartwheel.
Mm-hmm.
Now, was this in school or at home?
This was at home in my front yard.
Okay. And were your siblings around?
I don't remember if they were around, but my dad was out in the driveway, and family friends had just pulled up because we were going to go see synchronized swimming at the country club. Could that sound any more white and uptight?
That is, very bougie. Okay. So, let's see. Did you go to the hospital after?
Yes.
Yeah.
I broke my arm.
Well, some parents are like, she'll be fine. We'll put some ice on it.
Shake it out, kid.
Yeah. And how long did you have to wait before you saw a doctor at the hospital?
I don't know. I have no idea. But it was a bad break.
Yeah. So was just your lower arm or your upper arm or?
It was I want to say it was a compound fracture, which I think means like the bone like broke. And I think I broke 2 bones in my arm, as I recall. And so it was a full cast that I had.
And how long did you have to wear the cast?
For a long time. Long enough that I'm convinced that I was once a righty and that I had to write with my left hand. But I can't remember if I broke my left arm or my right arm. I don't know. It's all confusing. It's a blur.
All right. I'm going to say this is true.
This is true. You're right. I'm not good enough at lying. Okay. All right. So that means that for you, I am left with what? 1 and 2? I'm going to go 2.
All right. Well, on a related note, I have never broken a bone in my body.
Interesting. Like, I just want to say right off the bat, I think it's true because I could see you being a very cautious kid.
I wasn't that cautious, but yeah, I've never broken a bone.
Is it so? Am I right?
Are you officially guessing?
Well, yeah.
Okay, you are correct.
I knew it. I'm like, I could see. I, meanwhile, like, broke my arm. I got stitches in my chin. I got stitches in my knee. I once got a bug in my ear, and I had to go to the hospital to get it out because it went, like, right next to my eardrum. I got a bug up my nose. Like, I was a mess.
I think I just knew instinctively that we didn't have insurance. So breaking a bone was just
like it was not an option.
It was not an option. It was off the table.
Meanwhile, I did a running round off cartwheel and totally broke my arm, and my parents were not pleased. It was like, great, now we're gonna have to miss synchronized swimming at the country club. Yeah.
So we know now, because we've had 2 truths from you, that this third one, by process of elimination, is a lie. But I'm really curious what you thought you could pull over on me with number 3.
I went to Bermuda on my honeymoon and got so sunburned I spent most of it indoors.
Now, I would believe that. That I'm glad that didn't get picked initially because, yeah, I totally believe that story.
Right. Meanwhile, I went to Europe.
Right. Okay. Have you ever been to Bermuda?
Yes. Actually, I've been twice. Once when my mother was pregnant with me. I didn't see much. And then another time I went with extended family, my in-laws and my husband's sisters and the whole family. We went on a cruise together.
It's kind of the Hawaii of the East Coast.
It is a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
but
it's where my parents honeymooned.
So did you like it? Did you have a good time?
I totally.
Is it worth going if you're living on the West Coast?
I mean, it's definitely a vibe. I totally loved the men wearing shorts and knee socks
Bermuda
with a blazer.
Shorts?
Yes, I was like, this is adorable. This is a whole vibe. I love it. It's very like preppy, very. It's an interesting place because there's, on the one hand, it's very moneyed. On the other hand, it's very poor. And so you can choose to not see the latter and instead like only deal with the former. But then you don't really get to appreciate the country and what makes it so special. And so it was beautiful. And of course, I would recommend going because it's kind of an interesting place.
Yeah.
And where else are you going to get a Bermuda bag?
Well, there you go. It seems interesting, Yeah. I've always been kind of interested in Bermuda, but I
could see you rocking like Bermuda shorts with like the socks up to your knee and then like a pair of dress short or shoes and like the tie and the jacket. I could see you doing that.
Maybe.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. So what is your lie that you were going to try to pull over?
All right. Well, growing up, I had a pet pigeon.
I would have totally been like, you're full of it.
Well, here's the thing. One time, I found a wounded seagull. And I took him home and I said, Mom, the seagull is wounded. He can't fly. And he must not be able to fly because I was able to just pick him up. And so she let me keep the seagull for a couple weeks, and we fed him off-brand Cheerios. And he was really sweet, and he would sit on my shoulder like a
Polly on a cracker.
Yeah, like a parrot on a pirate. He was a sweetie. And then, like after a couple of weeks, we took him to the duck pond and let him loose. But I had a pet seagull for a little while, but he wasn't a pigeon.
Oh my gosh! I'm shook. I mean, and isn't there the writer Eric Siegel?
Possibly.
I think there's a writer named Eric Siegel. Like, this is like everything converging all at once. Fascinating. Yeah, Eric Siegel. And I think it's like Eric Siegel.
It's I think but I think it's Siegel, SEGA.
Like Steven Seagal.
Yeah, Seagal, and it's Erich.
Details. Anyway,
right.
Well,
so we've learned a lot about each other.
We have.
Yes.
And hey, listener, you've learned something about us too. You're welcome. Love playing those kinds of games.
That was fun.
Right?
I was dreading this because I was really blanking on fun facts about me. But now that we've done it, I've enjoyed it.
See? I never lead you astray.
And this is a great party game for folks out there to bring to their holiday parties. A good icebreaker and a good way to get to know your fellow party patrons.
Party patrons. I love that. Party people in the house.
Right before you all hop down to go to the, what was it? The gymnastics or the...
You mean synchronized swimming at the country club?
Synchronized swimming at the country club. That's
the same
right.
country club where Santa used to helicopter into the 9th hole and deliver presents to children?
Sure.
Yep. Okay. Tells a lot about me. Anyway, we'll be right back with Vance Dingfelder so that we can know what we're eating.
And everything he says is true.
Sure. We'll be right back. Stacy Connects. It's not just my business, it's my superpower. Whether you need the right tone and messaging for a new venture, or you've plateaued with your current one, I can help. I connect clients with themselves and their potential. Then, I identify unique solutions that translate your brand into messaging that connects your target audience with your business. Go to stacyconnects.com to connect with me and your messaging.
Interested in learning something new? Meeting someone new? Find out things that we have in common? Well, of course you are. You're a human being. So let's get intentional about it. Join me, JDK Winnikin, every week and get all of that in less than an hour. I'm a writer, a historian, a social commentator, and my show is all about you. Really, that's what it's called. This show is all about you. Get my perspectives on the week's news and hear fascinating guests whose stories will inspire and move you. My show is all about giving you something that connects us. Join me Mondays on Kixie 880 at 3 p.m. or download it as a podcast.
Can't get enough of Stacy and Eric? Then be sure and check out Stacy Connects with Stacy Heller wherever you find podcasts. Stacy chats with guests about a variety of topics, hoping to make a connection through conversation.
Don't ask me to talk. Hey, welcome back to the show. I am Stacy Heller. I am joined, of course, by Eric.
Hey, it's me, Eric Ryder, and this is my favorite part of the show. It's when we get to talk to our buddy down at Dingfelder's Deli. That's right, talking about the king of the Knish, the duke of the deli, the lord of the sandwich himself. That's right, Vance Dingfelder. Vance, how are you, sir?
How are you? How are you, Eric?
Oh, gosh.
Doing great. Doing great.
Stace.
Hey.
How's your week been?
It has been awesome. It has been
festive, even.
Festive. Yeah.
Festive.
Well, I mean, nothing like Thanksgiving on the East Coast, like where it all originated,
Yes, of course, where it did originate. Did you go hunting for a turkey?
We did not. I was saying at the top of the show that my nephew, though, he was in charge of cooking the turkeys. We had a couple, and he braised the dark meat.
Yeah, there you go.
And it was delish. Fall off the bone, like, holy cow. Mm-hmm. And he butterflied the turkey, so there was no traditional ceremonial carving of the turkey. It was already done, and we served it family style.
I believe that's called spatchcocking.
Yes, that's exactly what he did.
I hired a contractor to come out and do some of that.
To your walls?
Spatchcocking. Yeah, it's last week. And house is looking great.
Actually, I'm really having fun with Lakshmir. Have you visited Lakshmir lately?
No.
What are we talking about here? What's Lakshmir?
Lakshmir. It's a place in Scotland.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Loch means lake. But
Right,
Schmear,
right.
that's Yiddish, right?
Schmear is Yiddish, correct. But it was invented. Well, have you ever had Scottish smoked salmon?
I haven't.
I don't know.
It's actually Scottish lox is really good. So salmon is big everywhere, especially
Sure.
over there, right? In the North Atlantic, salmon is just as big. In fact, I'll give you a little tidbit about salmon. We get farm-raised salmon here on the West Coast, right?
Yep.
And it's farm-raised king salmon,
Okay.
but it's the Atlantic species.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it took me a long time to wrap my brain around that one.
That's
Okay.
crazy. So farm-raised salmon on the Pacific coast is...
in the Pacific Ocean is the Atlantic species.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. Does Atlantic salmon spawn and go upriver somewhere on the East Coast? How come we don't learn about that?
You know what? I don't know.
Isn't that weird? When we moved here, the kids did a whole second grade project about the
Yes.
salmon.
You'd go to the fish hatchery.
Yes.
And you talk about the salmon,
Huh.
right? And you'd follow it back, and the cycle of life of salmon. I mean, it's a big thing here that you go to the locks, right? You see the salmon run. I've done. It's a little odd, but yeah, I've done quite a few things about salmon.
I know.
And like kokanee salmon on Orcas Island. They have a fish hatchery for kokanee, and kokanee is it's the only freshwater salmon, and it's pink. I mean, it's orange in
Interesting.
color. Looks like a trout, but it's a salmon, and it's called kokanee, and it's wait a second, I believe it's Mountain Lake on Orcas Island where
Interesting.
they do it. Yeah. So Scottish smoked salmon. I've been working on the line a lot, and Lakshmir is a thing. And in my brain, I'm saying Lakshmir, and it sounds like I'm like Loch Ness. Okay, and that's made me think Scottish. There you go. Now you know how my brain works.
Wow.
The Lakshmir monster is
We
real.
cook our own salmon here at Dingfelders, right?
Yeah, you should be calling it. Erica's right. You should be calling it Lakshmir, monster.
Lakshmir monster. Maybe we make a sandwich with the Lakshmir monster.
Hey, there you go.
Right? Exactly, like Sasquatch.
It would be like a bagel sandwich, maybe.
I
the
believe
Lakshmir.
we're the only place in Seattle that you can get a lox on a bagel that's a schmear at tomato, capers, and onions at 5 o'clock at night.
Oh, well, I mean, and honestly, that's a vibe. That is that is a total vibe.
Well, people do it, right? And I find it interesting that people don't realize how that's special, right? To order a bagel and lox with cream cheese, toasted, through DoorDash, and have it delivered to you at 5:30 at night in Seattle. Hello?
That is
a hot fresh bagel. Yeah.
well, and Charlie's favorite thing is the salmon salad that Dingfelders has.
Charlie's special, and I love Charlie.
Charlie is my son, by the way.
I would have thought he would have gone
I
for
know
the
Charlie.
tuna.
Oh,
Sorry,
you're
Charlie.
letting everybody else know.
Yes, I am letting everybody else know. No, it's not the tuna. Sorry, Charlie. Salmon is a huge part of the Dingfelders and Nourish, menus. I mean, the smoked salmon that you do.
A big deal. Yeah. It is. I mean, we do close to 250 to 300 pounds a week of smoked salmon. That's not lock. That's the salmon that we make, and yeah, I'm really thrilled with that. And what's really cool about it is people, a lot of places that do lunch, right? We did for a law firm today.
Mm-hmm.
They'll order a side of salmon in addition to what else they're ordering for people that don't want to eat sandwiches or something like that, and they'll just throw a side of salmon. People come in and buy, 2 pounds of smoked salmon, and they'll have it for dinner, without heating it up. So it's become this thing that people are eating that's not just with their bagels.
Oh, yeah.
It was on the East Coast, in New York especially, you buy, and they call it baked salmon there.
Yep.
Right, but it's still it's smoked salmon. Or they even call it kippered salmon, but real kippers, it's not. Right, but when you go in New York, it's basically baked smoked salmon that they buy, and when I came here, I realized the difference. But I'd make it in the East Coast style so that it's not dry, because when a lot of Pacific Northwest smoked salmon is cooked, traditionally.
Yep.
In a fire smokehouse, and they tend to cook it a little hotter, and that just makes it a little drier. That's all. I've even had salmon jerky here, which is kind of interesting.
I've had that too.
I like the belly, really, myself.
I don't know the difference between the different parts. I have no idea if I'm eating
belly.
the belly or the tail or the. I have no. Yeah, I don't even know the
some
parts.
Exciting news.
What is it?
I made bacon out of pastrami.
Wow, wait.
Yeah.
That's like I don't even know what that's the equivalent of. That's like me saying.
It came out pretty good.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, I did a pastrami bacon and egg on a Kaiser roll, and the people that ate it were like, "Oh, this is really good. You got to do this." And I'm like, "Okay, maybe we might do it." So they're still in a prototype thing, but the bacon it came out pretty good. Yeah, it's leaner than bacon. The thing is, it doesn't have that. Bacon kind of has a chew.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. This crisped up really nice.
So this is like the crispy bacon versus the crunchewy bacon.
Yeah, and I kind of like a little chew in my bacon.
I do too. I'm a crunchewy. I like to have a little chew, but that's okay. Interesting.
I think I like my bacon on medium rare to medium.
Interesting. Okay.
But I do like crispy bacon also.
All right. Now, I'm fascinated.
In a wedge salad.
How do you bake bacon out of pastrami?
Oh, now we're getting...
All right. Well, we only have like a minute left.
So a minute, okay? All I did... so I made it... I sliced it and put it on the grill, okay? Because I was just playing with it. And I was like, wow, it kind of crisped up really well. And it needed a little sweet, right? So I tried a couple things. I tried maple syrup. I tried a little brown sugar. Then I got a little ridiculous and put a little sriracha with maple syrup and brown sugar, a little bit of salt. And which was really good, actually, because it was a little spicy, but you still tasted the pastrami. It had a good amount of sugar, but then it needed salt. So, and the last one I just used some brown sugar and some salt, a little bit of vinegar, and a little bit of sriracha. And it was really good. So I have to be able to make a bunch, because if people come in and order it,
sure,
can't be making it on the fly.
No. Interesting.
And we let some people in today.
All right. So and
we're not ready to let people in.
But people spoke?
Well, we kind of felt bad. They came for lunch. They said, "You're not dining in yet? We came all the way. We came all the way from Tacoma."
Wow.
And I'm like, "Wow, okay. Just for you guys." And I said, "Come, if you don't mind sitting in, you can sit in." Then a bunch of firemen came. Speaking of firemen, there they go.
They're like, "Thanks, Vance."
They came in today, and we let them in. And then, so there was about, and what was really cool, Stace, was everybody was talking, and the energy. Right?
Yeah.
Remember how I told you a couple of weeks ago about the energy of a restaurant?
Yep.
It really comes alive when people get going inside.
Absolutely.
It's different. It's a totally different vibe, and it's just really, you can tell that the deli is just kind of like itching for it.
Yep. Well, I'll tell you what.
Cool.
My Christmas wish this year is that Dingfelder's is ready to open soon into the new year.
Well, from your mouth, Stace, because I'd love to be able to let people in for Hanukkah.
Yeah. Well.
And Hanukkah starts on the 18th.
So let's manifest good things. So hey, everybody that's out there listening, manifest that Dingfelder's is going to be able to open to inside dining sooner than later. And in the meantime, of course, if you want to learn more about Vance and Dingfelder's and Nourish Catering, well, you know where to go. Go to dingfeldersdelicatessen.com or nourishcatering.com. How about that?
Hey, Stacy, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And you don't have to do delicatessen. Just dingfelders.com.
Oh yeah, dingfelders.com. I knew that. Totally knew that. It's just such a habit for me.
It is a habit, and I love the fact that you say delicatessen. Because,
it's a thing.
Did we go over?
You know what?
Some of this might be tightened up for the broadcast, but we always enjoy talking to you.
Always.
I got to tell you, Eric, I enjoy you guys too.
Thank you so much.
All right. Well,
great week.
You too. And we're going to figure out what we're talking about next week now.
All right. Take care, Vance.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
All right.
Pastrami bacon?
Pastrami bacon. I saw beef bacon in the store for the first time, a few months ago, and I got it, and it was pretty good. It's a different thing. But yeah, it wasn't bad. So I got to imagine that's somewhat close to what Vance was talking about, but probably nowhere near as good because that man knows his food.
Hey, it's all about the meat.
Absolutely. All right, let's find out what we're talking about next week.
Okay.
A perfect topic for the holiday season here. Our favorite gift ever.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to have to do some soul searching and some brain searching over the next week because off the top of my head, I have no idea what it is. But we'll have to think about it. And then by next Tuesday, that information will surface.
From your lips to God's ear. All right. Well, I'm going to have to do some thinking, too, because, ages, stages, meaning, so many things to think about and consider. All right. Well, hey, everybody. Have a great rest of the day. Have a great rest of the week. We'll see you next week.
Have a festive week, everybody. We love you.
Thanks for listening.